Thanks for your trust and support, my dear partner. I couldn't have made it this far without your help.
Hello, and thank you so much. Soul has just resubbed for 12 months. That's just, I can barely believe. Hang on a minute. Is the chat working? Thank you so much, Soul. Hang on, let me just check. Where's chat? Where's chat bubbles? There they are. Okay, it's fine. Thank you, Soul. I'm so, I don't know if I deserve to be subscribed to for 12 months. But that's amazing. You get the first badge on there as well. And I'm just kind of stunned that people are subscribing to me. And hello, Soul, why are you wishing me happy birthday? Hello, I'm here playing System Shock. I'm Pybinotron apparently, and we're gonna struggle on through this. With me today is my co-host, an alpha shiny Steelix, who is waiting to be adopted in the corner. If anyone is interested, all you have to do is use those channel points to let me know. Supporting the guild leader. You do enough to support me as a guild. The big kidney stone. Oh, yeah. I guess kind of. Right, I just remembered. So, what I had to do was not continue. I had to resume my manual save, and as soon as I resume this save, I'm gonna die. Something killed me. What was it? I don't know if I really remember. I know I died to something. Knowing me, it could be electricity. Okay, there's a camera. We've just arrived on this level. We are just beginning this section. This is level 3 maintenance. I've just gotten here, and to actually pause it, it's not like I've done research or anything, but I did want to find out like a little bit more about how enemy respawns work. And I did discover, I think, that the reason why you're encouraged to lower the security level through the... As you play your way through it, the lower the security is, as in the less of... The less aware Shodan is of you, the less enemies will repopulate. And that's why you do it. And I was like, oh, okay. Hello there. Is that Vixen? Do you say it like Vixen? How's the game going? I'm just starting out. I'm on level 3, the maintenance level. I'm finding it quite challenging. This is my first time in System Shock. So I'm gonna have to just get my bearings a little bit and remember how I do this. Oh my god, please. Well, maybe that was what killed me. Wait, no, don't respawn me. I need to reload. I need to reload the game. This is a constant battle I'm having. Please. I need to reload a manual save. Okay. Sorry, that's actually pretty funny. Okay, camera. Do I have any ammo for this? I do. Let's use this. I imagine this is probably better on a robot. I don't know. But maybe. It does fire pretty quickly. Okay, there we go. I can't reload this yet. That's got... What is this? Whatever, I'll take it. And I'll take that too. I've only just gotten the idea of making scrap of things and then turning that into money. I don't know what that is. That's junk. It is a challenging game. It is, and I'm not adverse to a challenge. Some parts of this, however, do make me feel very inadequate, specifically the puzzles.
Did you hear about this new viewing room up on ExecNet? People are buzzing about seeing it, but what's to see? Spreadsheets displayed in ultra-high definition? Hit me up if you have any hints.
Jody, I think you know exactly what's up. You seem like a real... You know what it's about, Jody. Alright, there is... Oh. This music is... I'm going to turn the volume up a bit. Interesting music here. So, this person seems to have done themselves in. I'm not really picking up... Oh! Hell yes! I have a shotgun. Thank you so much. Oh, there's a skull on a plate too. Now, I do have ammo for this. Okay. Okay, alright. Alright, we got 6 ammos. It's a remake, but at its core, it's still a 90s game. It really is. I think nothing made that more clear than the fact that there's a little readout that describes the thing you're looking at, which is something that really only existed when 3D games were still, you know... what? Sorry, that kind of surprised me. What's going on there? Oh. Okay, I gotta reload quick before the game makes me respawn. Where did that thing come from? Yeah, but when games were still kind of in the realm of having been text adventures. Okay, there is something up there. Am I doing this wrong? That doesn't seem to be doing anything much, and also I have no idea where that thing came from. Wait, what's up here? Invisible flying COVID! Okay, there's items.
Hey, I was unpacking one of these crates labeled cleaning supplies, but I found a navigation and mapping unit, 6 interface demodulators, 4 clips of Magnum 2100 ammo, 3 clips of mini pistol ammo, and a freaking EMP grenade in there instead. I stuck it all in the storage room in the beta maintenance area to be safe. Tell the inventory people to label this stuff correctly next time.
That was probably an indication of something, but I don't know what it was. I have no healing items, by the way, so we're just kind of dealing with that. Where's the invisible flying COVID? I'm gonna try a bomb this time? Wait. There it is. God damn. Well, that's it. This is... button. Oh, that's the lift button. This is the point where I just kind of assume I'm doing something wrong. Because that takes... I don't... Was I damaging it? Let's try another grenade. I think I missed. So let's try, like, not so far. I wish it didn't hit me no matter what I do. Did I get it? Maybe it died. I have about 1 health or something. Oh, right. Camera. Now I can see, I can see a health marker symbol over there, so I am naturally being drawn towards it. Oh, a hat! No, I'm gonna eat this food bar straight off this corpse. No, you're fine. Can I please just sneak quietly into this, I think, medical bay? Requires less than 80% security. That's a new feature. Okay. At least we regen a tiny bit of health until we're out of, like, the wiggly zone. Okay, what's gamma maintenance? One thing that fascinates me is the idea that if you really, really like this game, presumably the layout of this is the same as the original. If you were a big fan, or you just like playing it a lot, since I don't think anything about this is randomized, you must just know the layout completely inside and out or something. So watching someone else do it is like, you're going the wrong way, or whatever. This is locked.
Locked. No maintenance necessary.
Okay. Just like my ex-wife. I don't know. There is one grenade. Nice. Okay, I'm trying to think of, I'm trying to narrate, and oh, there's just an arm. Oh, hi. But I have to focus. Oh, okay, I died. Oh shit. When did I last save it? Maybe I should just take this one and respawn, and then I can have some health at the very least. Yes, please tell me about my red blood cells. Map's layout is 90% same as the original. I wonder what they changed and why. Alright, now how do I get... It's down there. So if I go like... It's right there. Okay, that's not too bad. Give me the lift. Okay, yeah, we didn't go too far. Now at least I have half my health. I can't believe they even invented music in the lift between loading the levels. Mass Effect can eat shit. Right, I was in here. I checked this. Did I check this body? Yes. And then I was trying to do this. And then I found a robot. Just gotta remember to quick save every couple seconds. Good job, buddy. That's how you do it. That's absolutely 100% how you kill people. Good job. A few things to make the levels a bit more coherent, even though it's pretty much a space maze. You know what I found both very amusing and almost a little insulting? There was a log of some kind, I forget what it was, in the previous level where they said, hey, guess what? Our space overlord company was actually running an experiment on all of us to see if trying to survive in this environment of a non-ending space maze would turn us insane. Like the devs going, yep, this fucking sucks. Yeah, sad message. Okay, I now have a, what did that call itself? Some kind of rapier? That's kind of amazing. Is this a melee weapon? This is a melee weapon. Let me... Laser rapier. Okay, that goes hard. Hello, Beta Vash. Should I drop my monkey wrench? What does 18 out of 30 mean? 90 out of 150? Armor penetration? Attack range? Oh, this uses energy. Alright, so unfortunately I cannot drop my other weapon, but I will put it on here. And my pistol. I want more slots for weapons, honestly. If I'm going to use energy for this, does that mean I could drop this thing? I think I can. I don't need that. I'm going to use energy for this instead. I think that's how that works. This thing is so cool. Look at this. You know, everyone's got like occasionally there's one weapon that makes you go hell yeah. And for me, that's not usually melee, but this is pretty cool. Although I am usually a shotgun person, so let's just have this out. I wanted to like talk about stuff that wasn't the game. I want to be able to have conversations, but it's very hard to just speak about anything while I'm trying to navigate the space maze. Okay, pistol. Just give that a little boop. It needs to go down below 80 so I can open that other door. Oh, there we go. Okay. How do I... It's like this, right? We put the scrap in there. And then... Oh. Oh, you can change your hotbar setup, can I? Can I? I might just do that. What's it under? Gameplay? Actually, I think I should have this on. Oh, accessibility / interface. Yeah. Head bob amount. Actually, can I change this? Ah, there we go. I really don't like head bob. I might turn that off. Categorize, standard, hidden. Yeah, give me standard. I don't need babying. You can change the color theme. That's cool. Okay, what's it like now? Now it's just individual things. Yeah, I like this more. Never mind that I like dropped one of the things. I don't use these really. If I want to use them, I'll bring them back. What is this? Oh, I didn't know I could have that. Okay. Changing the ammo is like a tiny bit. I don't know what ammo is these. Whoops. Okay, right click on this. Ammo. What do I have most of? I've got a lot of Teflon. I'll leave it at that. Shotgun. No, sorry. Buttons. Oh, that's what uses those. Okay. Okay, I want to fill this with healing stuff if I have... I was 100% standing like 3 feet away from that guy doing my hotbar using the... Did they put the recycle station like right there so that that happens? Okay, that guy is a bug? This is a lift. Should I just ignore it? It was very weird to see that when no other enemy has ignored me. Oh no, I actually really hate these things. I hate these things. What? These things suck. There's 2 of them. I'm gonna die. It looks like he can't decide which floor to go to. I really don't like them. They're like floating cancer balls that you can shoot 20 shotgun rounds into without anything happening. And they don't leave any loot behind either. It's the most useless enemy of all time. Okay. I like how this thing looks like some sort of... Oh. I'm not gonna finish that sentence. Oh, jeez. Well, okay, I might as well just come back normally so I don't have to try and survive on 1 health the whole time. And I kind of know the way back, I think. Yep. It's just a few wiggles, and here it is. I thought I was gonna come back with, like, renewed understanding, you know, of, like, reducing the security so that you get less respawns. I finally understood, like, how to succeed at this. But no, I don't really. Oh, there's... I'm not quite sure what this means. I'm always seeing it, and like going towards it tends to lead to progression. But I'm not I don't actually know what that means. Oh no. Okay, so anyone who wasn't here last time, I'm very bad at these. I get the gist, but I'm quite bad at it. Okay, they're up here. They're objective markers. Okay. I kind of wish it told me that on here anywhere, but I kind of got the gist that that's what it was. There's only... There's more plugs. Let's just plug them all in. Okay, that one doesn't... Oh. Oh, no, go back in. Okay. That's still not enough. How is that? Oh, okay, no, it's because these are different, aren't they? That some of these are 1 and some of these are 2. So if I like swap these over. Oh god, which one was in which again? Take that out and put that in there. And see what happens. That's closer. Oh. Well, don't I look silly? I still don't technically understand what the 1 and 2 lights mean. Oh, I'm so close! I'm so close. Oh. Okay, maybe I should try and figure it out. Let's try following one of them. Okay, this one is 1 light and it's going into this plug, which then goes into here, which is joined by another one, which then goes down this tube and splits into 2. So what functions are being compounded on this 1 and then another one, so 2. So there's 2 in this line and then it splits into 2, so these are 1 each. The rules of these puzzles kind of escape me. That's the same. Maybe that was the same value by accident. Oh, that's real close. I don't know how, but it's pretty close. There's only so many configurations that these 4 things can be in. Okay, which of these would benefit from the highest number? The number, the 2 is the only different one. This one, maybe? Because that's going into all of that. I was right somehow! Who the hell knows? Do I have the ability to turn a light? Oh, shit. God damn it. I am not reloading because I did a puzzle. So we're just gonna have to deal with it. Oh right, I have a laser rapier. I forgot I had it. I was just panicking. See, this is what you have to put up with in my streams. The fact that I don't know what I'm doing and forget things instantly. I wanted to use this too. I was so excited. Okay, back in the lift. And just before we move on, it is going to be time to have a quick break. Which for me means that we just swap over to this little screen for a little bit because I have to run my ads. So let's get that going. Don't worry, it'll only be a couple of minutes. Nothing will happen in the game in the meantime. No way! Okay, can you explain, Max? What are you in the credits for? Tell me all about this. You can't express disbelief if you are in like the credits of a ton of video games. The original 2016 prototype for the remake. The Kickstarter demo, that's insane! Okay, well tell me, this is what the break is about now. What did you do? For some reason, whenever I launch the game, it shows up on Discord as System Shock demo. All the animation and rigging. Wow. Did any of the stuff that you did has it ended up in there in the release? It was replaced in the ensuing 8 years. Well, that's even so an incredibly core part of the game. Oh, they kept in the prototype team just out of like respect. That's really nice. Well, congratulations. Like this is clearly a very how would I describe it? It does feel like it must be very faithful to the original. Oh, hey, Rainbow Dragon, you fixed your notifications. I'm so glad. It does give the feel. Like, I had no idea. I had seen screenshots of System Shock 2, the original, and I thought that's kind of what the original looked like, without realizing that System Shock 1, the original, actually looked pretty damn different. And the kind of vibe I got from it when I mentioned Elder Scrolls Daggerfall. Is it called Daggerfall? What's it called? The second one. The second one. It reminded me of that. And then when I looked at the screens, I was like, it basically is the same. That's that game. That's an incredibly old, barely 3D functioning, you know, they were treading such new ground, they barely knew what they were doing. So I think my instinct of thinking about Elder Scrolls was kind of right. Anyway, congratulations, Max, for doing that. That's really, really fun. I only know Daggerfall because I saw Veg5 play it that one time. Given how much the OG DOS game was a trailblazer that aged relatively poorly, the remake did an amazing job at reinventing it while staying faithful. I absolutely have gotten that vibe from it. That's how it feels. The fact that it still gives you a little readout in text at the top of the screen. to describe the thing you're looking at, which must have been included in very, 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 the original line of 3D games, because they couldn't put enough detail in their textures to make it sure that you would know what you were looking at. So instead they gave you a description that you would read out, a little bit like text adventures. They did that sort of thing, and that's in this game. Despite you being able to see quite clearly what you're looking at, it still describes what the item is. Like, it still exists. Other games will like pop up with the name of the item when you like look at it, but these ones have it in a fixed bar, and that single thing just makes it feel archaic. It's like a holdover. But yeah, it feels very much like it's gotta be. I assumed that all the map layouts were about the exact same. It's not pulling any punches. It's pretty tricky. I keep running out of things that I need, except there also isn't really. I mean, there is a penalty for dying because I have to come back from the respawner. And then I had this flashback to Bioshock, and how I remembered people complaining that there was no penalty for death because all you did was respawn in one of the chambers and then go back to where you were. And I remember thinking at the time, well, that doesn't make sense. Your penalty was that you had to go back to where you were before and, cover the ground again. And that may have been a small amount of distance, but you didn't have to repeat any of the content that you'd completed since you died, Whereas if it just kicks you to the load screen, you lose progress. Is it like Dark Souls? I've never played Dark Souls. But yeah, it reminds me of that. And obviously Bioshock was the next iteration of what this game series began, following in their footsteps to the level of including part of their title in it. So I feel like that informed it, and then people were like, it's not a real penalty for death if you just get to come back into the world somewhere and you don't have to repeat the content you've already cleared. Oh, making a funny comparison insofar as you need to go all the back to where you died after dying. Oh, yeah. It's an interesting system because, like, in what sense... Okay, ads are done. I can actually go back to the game. In what sense do people insist that you be punished for a death, In what way is acceptable? How much do people want to be punished? Because in this game, I get to respawn somewhere with no significant material penalty. I just have to go back to where I was. Or I can quick save and quick load at will, but that will keep me at like the same health level I was when I died, which makes it more likely I'll die again. So there's kind of two ways I can do that. But having to go back to where I died is still a penalty. And having to watch the screens that flash through when your body gets reconstructed is also a penalty. I have to wait for it to do that. I just think it's interesting how people were insisting that Bioshock didn't punish you because it allowed you to respawn. And that mechanic was part of the narrative as well. Like, that fed into... That was a privilege that your character enjoyed that no one else did for a very good reason. Anyway, you may be able to see just above the name Optimum, there is one of those COVID spores like coming at me. So I'm going to have to kill that real quick. Okay, yes, that is easier. Oh, it gives me contamination when those things die. What the hell are they? And how come they look exactly like COVID? Oh my god, there's... Okay. Alright, thank god I have this. Yeah, okay. No, you're alright. Yes, use this. Okay. You've got 5G in your body now. Oh my god. not been in the general workforce long enough that I haven't had to hear shit like that for a long time. Thankfully. Maybe it's the idea of you can regain anything lost by the time you get back, that people think there's no punishment. I just think it's an interesting level of how people perceive gameplay. Wow, that was difficult. I see there is nail polish on those fingers. There is if you choose the female one. When I can't speak to the male one. Maybe the male player has nail polish as well. Wait, was there a gender choice? I actually don't remember. Oh, that's what you were asking. Sorry, yes, I chose a female hacker and I now have nail polish, but I do not know if nail polish exists on the hands of the male hacker as well. Okay, that's a new corridor. Wait. Yes, that's a new corridor. Let's give it a second. What is this? Okay. I'm mostly just following... Ooh. I'm following my usual strat for stuff like this, which is that I just sweep through the whole game and pick up everything I can find.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
That's a good voice. Gender is stored in the ring and pinky nails. Ah. So when I played through Prey the first time, I love how crouch jumping actually works in this. All I did was kind of go from room to room and explore it and just take what was there. And that led to me not actually following the plot as fully as I should have because I wasn't doing things with intent. And then on the replays, I was like, okay, let's actually pay attention. This isn't going anywhere, but it can. Who's gonna kill me in here? Alright, we're good. I see no other visible changes in the first person mesh. Oh, I see! You mean like, yeah, the arms aren't any different. Well, that's good. Oh, hell yes. Thank you. Even though I do have a shotgun now. How much shotgun ammo do I have? What's it called? Flechette rounds. I've got 9. Okay. What's a small osmium round box? I'll take 4 of them. EMP. Okay, this is good stuff. Interface. Do I need these? I'm gonna presume I need those for something. Subsystem relay operation. Well, I mean, I can take a few. My inventory hasn't been too restrictive so far. Yeah, if only we could just change genders by repainting our nails. Wouldn't that be nice? Like, nothing physically happens, but everyone just starts using different pronouns automatically without having to be told. Did they actually do that? Say that in the Mickey Mouse voice, or is it just a meme? Did anyone actually voice that? It's a surprise tool that will help us later, huh? Well, I don't know how many of them I need, but I have like 3. Right. Okay. That's okay. That's where I came in. I'm getting my bearings again. Did I? This is where there's a guy that... No, this isn't where the guy is. That's a locked door. I've been in here. Every time I respawn, I have to retrace my steps to remember what the hell was going on. This is where the guy... oh yeah, Max, you might be interested to know that there is a bugged alien. Not alien, mutant, who is just trapped in indecision, unable to make a selection on the lift. It's from the cartoon verbatim, okay? I'm actually not sure if you're joking. Blood on the floor. Weird fan. Well, since there's blood on the floor, I don't know if going up there is safe, but, ooh. As long as it's not another puzzle, I'll do my best. I really should have picked the easier option for puzzles. I really should have. Okay, so did you manage to climb? Did you lose a leg and then climb up this ladder? human corpse? Because that's pretty impressive. The aesthetic of this kind of sci-fi is so neat. I think the thing that has made the biggest impression on me about how this looks is like, this is before level designs were streamlined so that the player's attention is drawn to specific things. They're doing the thing where certain items flash so you know that you can pick them up instead of junk items. And I don't think they were doing that at the beginning of the game, but every inch of the screen is just as detailed as everything else. There is no indication here that any of this would be used for purpose by the player. It's not. I'm pretty sure it's not, but the decoration is just so completely conformative with every other type of thing there is. Can I do anything with this laptop? No, but I had to walk over and check. And that predates, you know, BioShock was a lot more streamlined. When you get to that point of this style of game, you were seeing really pinpoint location of hallways and then open areas that did sequences between them, so you would have short sections and then open sections, and then smaller rooms, enemies that were strategically placed so that you could do things with them and the environment, and things like that just hadn't occurred yet. So I just think it's really fascinating to be surrounded by so much detail in a way that distracts you completely. And they literally don't do that anymore. They make games easier on the brain so that your thoughts can travel with like intention through a space. Like, think about Portal, which I'm now discovering had roots in this, you know, like shooting the cameras off the walls. Even the design of the cameras looks similar. In Portal, the levels are small, but you can see exactly the process and the flow which you're supposed to take through the space. And this has none of it, and it's actually quite jarring. Because I'm so used to it. These look like skulls. That's so cute. Okay, there's an audio log, we can use that. And then after Portal and BioShock, you get to more modern day games where the environment is extremely bland and every interactable surface is yellow or painted yellow because you're not allowed to think about anything for 2 seconds. I can knock this over. Oh, there's a head right there. Ah! Jesus Christ! You just spawned! I didn't get to do anything! Sorry, I'll read chat in a second. I have to be less whelmed. Ah! Jesus Christ, I'm gonna die to biological whatever. Okay, did it do the cloud of spores that time? I'm not sure. I have no healing items. To make this exceedingly clear, I had no involvement in the game after 2017, so this iteration of the game is completely foreign to me. Yeah, that's fine. I gotcha. This room design looks like every No Man's Sky ship cockpit. That's funny. I have that game on my wish list. I decided I might try it out, but only... Do you actually have, does anyone else have those games? Is this where I came from? Yeah. Does anyone else have specific games that are like on a wish list and you could play them, but you're stubbornly waiting for Steam to put them on a particularly low discount and you just are not gonna bother until that happens? Okay. There's no enemies in here, right? Oh. Because this door was locked. I hope you were a bad guy. Because I did just kill you. I did. Oh, Cyborg Surgeon. Yeah, you were bad. I'm presuming I'm kind of just trying to put them out of their misery here. Right, let's get the respawner open.
Conversion cancelled. Standard station restoration procedures online.
Oh, can I get meds? I have some credits. 1. Yes. Yes, give me give me the thing. Thank you. Yay! I mean, there's no point in doing this in here. I've just unlocked the respawner. So I could just die and respawn at this exact location. So there's no point in doing that. I still have 17 of these. I'll get one more. Put in the coin. Make the selection. Yoink. You prevented them from getting 5G. No Man's Sky in VR, is that wise? I've only used it against like 2 things. But the rapier might be my preferred... Oh! No, my food bar! Excuse me. My preferred weapon, because usually I'm all about the shotgun. But the only thing I used the shotgun on was the 5G spores. I can't believe I'm calling them that. And it did really bad. But I think that's because they are resisting stuff, not because it's a bad gun. Anyway, let's, Is this a toilet? Oh. How did that happen, man? You're upside down. It's full on upside down in there. Okay, this is broked, which means I think I have to find another way in. There's stuff in there, but I'm not allowed to get to it. That's bad. That's hurty, nasty juice. And that's a refill, but I don't need it. Ow. Ow! Please! Well, now I have no health. Ugh. You don't have anything. Oh, wait. I picked up food bars. Eat. I dropped that. I don't care if it's worth credits. Whatever. No! Why? No Man's Sky is... Sorry, I said that weird. No Man's Sky is possibly the best VR game currently available. That's interesting. I do have reservations about believing that due to the fact that Half-Life Alyx exists. I'm sorry? Did anyone else hear that noise? I swear to God there was some sort of grunt. Where? I cannot see this thing. Okay, take a detox. Okay, I don't know why I'm groaning like that. Buttons. Is it... What? What am I seeing? Those are my hands. Am I seeing the reflection of my own hands with no body? Is that the player model? I'm just a pair of hands? Sounds like medical and research were tutorial levels because shit's getting real. I would be fine if it wasn't for the 5G spores just getting in my way and annoying me. Oh, 1 credit and a stamina. I should use the stamina ones when I'm using a rapier now. The stamina things actually make sense to use. Only hands? Clark, you came off of lurking just to ruin my day? No, I'm kidding. That was really good. What the fuck happened? What? That's a chair. I thought it was a bin. How did... I have no room for this. Oh, balls. I don't want this wrench. Let's assume I will always have some charge in there so I can pick up this pistol. Oh, funky music happened. Screen space reflection of the view model arms on screen. Okay. Magnum pistol uses osmium. Do I have any? I don't. Yes, I do. Whoop. Which one's osmium? Just so I know how many I've got. Oh, I've got 24. Okay, well, can I now drop this shitty pistol? Surely I don't need this. I have a good pistol now. I don't need this. Well, it's not like I need to save the inventory room, actually, is it? Alright, we'll keep that. Mini pistol can be for shooting down cameras or something. I need to keep my options open. RE ammo. Oh no! Oh jeez! Oh man! I'm gonna die. I'm gonna fucking die. For anyone who wasn't here for the 2 previous streams, these puzzles cause my ass to inflate and die because I don't really understand the process because there's no instructions. And that sounds like a big excuse, but they don't tell you anything about how this works. You just do it. Okay. 2, 1, and 2. Let's swap these over. So, like, clearly there's some mathematical process happening here. Oh, right. That's too much now. Let's swap them back. Oh! I did it. Yeah, these things turn my ass concave. I'm not a fan. There's... They really want me to use that wrench. Hey man, can I give you a hand? I would play my laugh track, after that, but, as of the last OBS update, my soundboard doesn't work anymore. Holy shit.
God, we tried. We tried to stop this insanity. Let us be remembered for our courage during this strife. Amen.
Oh my god. Should I pick up that assault rifle? Reasons for, it's a massive gun. Reasons against, I would need to make inventory space. I don't particularly like assault rifles. I don't know if I have any ammo for it specifically. Straight up a VR headset. Yeah, okay.
My team is gone. Killed while trying to take the bridge. Showdown. I made it back to maintenance alone. On my way back, I tried to send an emergency signal from one of the antenna relays on engineering, but found those areas to be heavily guarded. For now, I'm going to rest. Plan another attempt tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, the yay was really good. Thank you, Wasman, for redeeming, buying an item, attain the assault rifle. But what if I have to put down these interface demodulators and I don't know if I need them? I already have a big shotgun. Is that head glowing at me? It is. Oh, that's his head. What is... Can't find... Why is it flashing? Do I need to pick up his head? I don't want to do that. Delta maintenance.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Okay. I need to find a moment to talk about the thing I meant to talk about. And I can't because... Oh, I've actually nearly mapped the whole thing. Okay, well, let's go around. What is that a teleporter? What I was going to talk about because you're all trapped in here with me. I'm going to be coming back through here at some point to pick up that damn head, aren't I? Was that there is a... Fuck off. There is a cultural overlap between two things, and I figured this out like last night, and then I couldn't stop thinking about it. And it might sound insane, but here goes. How many people in chat? They're staring at me. Thank you for clipping that rainbow dragon. That was really good. I'm gonna rewatch that afterwards. How many people in chat know about the Edgar Rice Burroughs series, A Princess of Mars? Hands in the air. Who's heard of it?
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Ah! Neither the man nor the work. That is a very concise answer. So that, well done for economy of words. Anyone, does anyone know of it? I'm just really curious, to be honest. Let's have this nice pistol. I want to see how this works. If no one's familiar, that doesn't surprise me because the first book in that series was published over 100 years ago. I'm not going to take that. Okay, another left. And the thing is, they were very, very popular. It was a hugely popular series. It made a massive cultural impact, despite the fact that not a lot of people know about it anymore. And by massive cultural impact, I mean without A Princess of Mars, you probably wouldn't have Star Wars. It's something that so informed the genre that it began, that it's impossible to imagine what could have happened without it. Whiskey bottle. And no one nowadays really reads them. I mean, some people do, I'm sure. They're still probably being published, or at least they're possible to find in libraries. It's not that they've been entirely forgotten. You okay, man? Oh, that's where I was jumping around before. The reason that I am familiar, not familiar, I mean I haven't read the book myself, but the reason I know anything about it... Why is there a blank spot here? Is because in the year 2012, Disney released their adaptation of the start of the series that originally was A Princess of Mars, or as Disney titled it, the film John Carter. And that film became very famous for losing the most money of any film that had ever been made. And I don't know if it still has that record title, but it was a biggie. It was a big one. That was John Carter. That was what John Carter was based on. It lost millions. Like, the moment it released, the day of premiere, Disney said, this is losing us $100 million. It was record-setting. Where am I going? Anyway, there's a reason I'm bringing this up, and I wanted to explain it. So you guys have been watching this channel... Ow! For long enough that it's time I reveal that I have this weirdly perverse fascination with the film John Carter. I've seen it twice. Both times voluntarily. I've been in here, haven't I? The first time, I was at a friend's house. And on this visit, my friend suggested that we watch it. And we did. And at that time, it was more something of a a fun thing to watch because, you know, we can all just kind of poke fun a little bit. We can MST this strange little film. I do want to figure out where to go, actually, so that I'm not just doing nothing while I explain this. Where... Can I get a hint here? What have I missed? Do I just go to one of the lifts and move on? There was one here and one here. This was a different kind of lift, and there was a guy in front of it. This is gonna have to be a long anecdote. How dare you? How fucking dare you? Okay, 4 shotguns takes care of them. Alright, dude. I'm sorry, but I do need to just look at these buttons. Okay, we've got storage and flight deck. Where are you off to? Maintenance opens up later. Oh, like this level itself? Because I can see there's one tiny bit that didn't go anywhere. And there's a lot of doors that were broken. Or, yeah, and it said you can't actually do anything about this. I would like a hint. Should I go to the flight deck or should I go to the other lift that I wasn't using? I'll go check what was actually on that menu. If I can find my way there. Reactor. You want me to go to reactor? I thought that was locked off until later. That's in here, right? I'm gonna check the other lift because I didn't actually check it. It's this way. Just give me a second. Oh, it's right here. So there's 2 lifts down the hall from each other. And this one is executive. Okay, so it's between reactor, executive, and the flight deck. Who wants me to go to any of those places? Because I don't know. Oh, level 6. Okay, this is level 3. Well, maybe I should just do it sequentially and find level 4. Which one's level 4? Is the flight deck level 5? 4 is storage. Ah, okay. Well, let's do storage. Doors are blocked. Reactor is main mission. Oh, okay. Is the door blocked by this polite mutant? I'll go to reactor. It's fine. That was available earlier anyway, so it makes sense. I don't care, dude. I don't care. I'm just dying. Okay. This is reactor. I hardly know her. Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be impossible. Yeah, I don't think I can, yeah, I'll respawn. So, continuing the thought. John Carter, the film by Disney Corporation, cost a lot of money to make, and it was directed, and conceived and made because of the will of Andrew Stanton, who you may have heard of, a pretty big name in the industry because he was behind several well-known and beloved Pixar films, such as Finding Nemo and WALL-E. And coming off of those films, he had enough clout in the entertainment industry to say, I am the world's biggest fan of the John Carter doing shit on Mars series, and I want to adapt it. And it was considered something that may have been impossible to adapt, or at least it had just never worked out before. Hey, my grenade actually was thrown, apparently. Okay, that didn't work. Because when the book was written, it was like 1912. I'm gonna reload. Where was I? In 1912, they weren't like making sci-fi films with the resources they had. So it took a while before anything could even be thought of, and then there were a few attempts at adapting it that were in development hell, and they didn't go anywhere. And then it... Oh my god, there's another one. Okay, I got it. Ugh. Anyway, then the 70s come around, and you'll have to forgive me for not knowing the dates of this, but you may know that around the 70s, people started really getting into... Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to manage that. People started getting into a new thing called special effects, because they invented computers that could help. And then they came out with this little thing you may have heard of called Star Wars. And it wasn't exactly... I'm gonna have to come back with more health. It wasn't exactly like... I'm not saying this as a problem. It's just, you know, how this stuff works. Star Wars was very much inspired by that book series, and not a lot of people will really know about that. Because Star Wars itself became a cultural behemoth in its own right. And having done that, I know there was an instance where someone approached Robert Zemeckis and said, how do you feel about, you know, what if we adapted the Princess of Mars series? And his response to that was, you can't do that because of Star Wars. Star Wars was inspired by that series. You know, it was the first instance of like, what if a bunch of adventures happen in space? What if there was a war in space even? And George Lucas was like, I love that idea. I want to make my own version of that as a film. And, you know, that's how creativity works. That's just one thing inspiring another thing. But the fact that Star Wars had done so well and become the thing in space that was all anyone thought of when they thought about space, you couldn't make the original thing. You couldn't adapt it because it would look like a rip-off of the thing it had inspired, because Star Wars was so massive. So that was the problem. Anyway, Andrew Stanton comes along, and he's like brought us Finding Nemo and then WALL-E. He's doing like... He's making money. Because he's making money... Oh fuck, a Roomba! It just exploded. Because he's making money, Disney company goes, you know what? We'll let you make John Carter. You can do it. We'll make it a big deal. We'll throw this thing around. It's the original space adventure. So yeah, let's do John Carter, and Andrew Stanton can do what he likes. Now, the reason why it I don't want to call it like a flop. It's not that it didn't make money. The problems with John Carter were very largely to do with the marketing scheme, which has been called the worst marketing scheme in entertainment history. And there were a lot of reasons for that. One of the things that went wrong with it was partly Andrew Stanton himself. Another one? What do I do about these things? I die, apparently, but I can do it in midair like a boss. It wasn't his fault or anything, but Andrew Stanton came from the world of animation, and he had his experience in that. So although he knew about making films, the process was a bit different in live action. So when he got hold of this, he made the film. He did all the shooting on location. They had weather to contend with out in the desert somewhere to film this. Boomba! That's really good. Thank you so much, Vixen. And when they finished up on the film, they do test screenings, and Andrew decides he wants to change a few things, and he starts doing reshoots. And in his mind, as an animation... Is that a dead camera? I've never really looked at them. As an animation director, when he wants to do changes and reshoots, he just goes in and does it because he's worked on animated films. So, as far as he's concerned, you just go in and you change what you want, and there's no big deal about it. That's just how filmmaking works. And he does this on John Carter, meaning he goes back on location and does more reshoots. Not only is this extremely expensive, because you've got to get your actors back, and you've got to get your sets back, and you've got to keep them on location, and you've got to do lots more stuff with them. It also had the unfortunate effect of... It causes rumors. If people hear that... no value, okay. Give it back. People were hearing that this massive, expensive Disney film was having to do extensive reshoots. And even worse, it was helmed by, the Pixar Golden Boy. So what was going wrong? It wasn't that there necessarily was a problem, but the idea there could be a problem put it in people's heads that this film may be some sort of exceedingly expensive mistake. And once that rumor started, it just wouldn't go away. Nobody knew what the film John Carter really was going to be, because the marketing didn't tell people anything about the film, because Mr. Stanton wanted to reproduce the Star Wars ads that he remembered, which didn't tell you the plot of the film. They just got you interested in, like, what the film looked like, and then you'd find out later. So without knowing what John Carter was in any way... Yeah, hey, what do I do about you, by the way? Oh, okay, it's like shoot once and explode, glass cannon kind of thing. What people did know about it was, this might be an extremely embarrassing Disney bomb. And they clung to that because they didn't really have any other information. So the ball rolled, and all anyone had was, this film's going to be a massive disaster, and that became a self-fulfilling prophecy. Again, it wasn't that the film didn't make money. People did go and see it, but it had become so expensive because it had special effects, because it was extremely long, because there were reshoots, and Mr. Stanton didn't, like, conserve the reshoots like a normal director would have. It would have had to be one of the most lucrative films of all time in order to, like, make any profit. It was just so expensive. There was so much It was extremely long. It had all the stuff that Star Wars has, like battles on an alien planet, tons and tons of special effects for the aliens. Oh my god, please. Oh yeah, can they open these? No, maybe they can't. Thank you, shotgun. So, they had their release, and it ruined the career of, one of the lead actors. She couldn't, like, work in anything for a while. Oh, hell yes. It didn't go well for pretty much anybody. People who knew the actors were actually, like, pretending like they didn't hear these rumors before it came out, because they didn't want them to know. Right, let's, wait. Radiation treatment, cool. And the other problem with it, apart from people not knowing what it was, I mean, does anyone remember in 2012? Does anybody anywhere remember the marketing for John Carter? I think I saw a banner ad on a bus in London once, and I remember seeing it. And I saw the title John Carter, and it didn't look like anything except like a desert, because it's a desert planet, because it's Mars. And I remember distinctly thinking, I don't know who the hell John Carter is, and the fact that you seem to expect me to associate that with anything makes me annoyed. So I'm really not inclined to see your film. And then I spent most of 2012 watching the Lorax anyway, but that's a separate thing. So the problem was nobody knew what it was going to be about, and they weren't told what it was going to be about by the marketing. And at some point, Disney just kind of gave up. They stopped marketing it really intentionally. They didn't spend more money on it. They didn't try and help it. Andrew Stanton put like one of his favorite songs on the trailer that they ran during the Super Bowl for a ton of money. And the song he picked was so from the 70s that it just made it even more ingrained that this was a weird, anarchic, strange thing nobody really understood. It sounds egotistical to just call it John Carter. That's right. Do you know why they did that? Because the original title was a Princess of Mars, because it's about a woman who is the Princess of Mars who meets John Carter from Earth. And they didn't want to use that because apparently in terms of like Disney executives, if you put princess in the title, no man will ever go and see that film. No boys will want to go, so you can't do that. So what about John Carter of Mars? Well, they don't want Mars in the title because previous instances of films that were about Mars had performed really badly. So all of their like internal bureaucratic testing was like, you can't have either of those words in that title. So Mr. Stanton said, okay, well maybe this is John Carter and then he becomes John Carter of Mars through the film because, you know, he starts as an Earthman. So at the end of the film, the title John Carter flashes up and it changes to John Carter of Mars because he has become that man, which I don't think is the worst idea. But then all you're left with is John Carter, and that's meaningless. Nobody knows who he is. So, I mean, it's not like, you know, WALL-E, his other film, named after the main character. Because you're not expected to know who WALL-E is, and you're going to watch the film to find out. But the marketing you saw was like, hey, WALL-E is this cute little robot, and he's just going to wiggle around and crush stuff in his body. And you're like, yeah, well, I'll watch a film about that guy. Yes, it's the guy who did WALL-E and Finding Nemo. That's how he was allowed so much free reign on John Carter that it ended up losing $100 million. Fuck off. I'm gonna vaporize myself. The classic tale of things being focus tested and sanded down until no interesting edges remain poking out for anyone to hold on to. That is true in a way, but at the same time, Andrew Stanton was allowed a lot of creative freedom to make the adaptation that he really wanted to as a very sincere fan. And they allowed him to do that, and that is kind of admirable. You know, except for all the other stuff that went wrong. People didn't know what it was. He insisted that people would, like, recognize the name John Carter, but they didn't. So yeah, there was a whole gender thing where Disney insisted that no one was going to go see this. Boys wouldn't see it if it said princess. Girls wouldn't see it at all because they didn't like sci-fi, apparently. That's the held truth. Surgery machine. Oh, does this give me my health back? Oh my god. What it really was, I think if you put all of it together, people have said that, oh, you can put stuff, it's a cargo, oh, it's inventory, okay. People have said that there was no other way to make an adaptation of John Carter VR headset. The one that Andrew Stanton wanted to do was the version. It couldn't have been done better, it couldn't have been done differently. What he made was like the best there's ever gonna be. And he did it out of a labor of love. And that's absolutely respectable. I mean, I would, even if there was a high chance it would flop like that, I would give anything to make the adaptation of my dreams, funded by Disney, And neither would I feel particularly bad about costing Disney $100 million. Like, they can take that. That's not that sad. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was actually, like, really, really upset that it didn't do very well at the end of the day. But still. Oh, can you please? Can you give me, like, 2 seconds? Good God. So, yeah, the issues, it was a really long film. It was a really expensive film. Nobody knew what the film was going to be about or whether they even wanted to see it. Apparently I'm bleeding or something. I think I've been here. Oh God. As a film as well, I think it was overly long. The reviews were not particularly kind. Let's use that fun pistol I got. And I'm dead, but I can respawn right here. What would be the adaptation you'd make? I'd actually need to think about it if I only got one. I mean, I have my own original ideas I do want to make, actually, but as an adaptation, I'd have to give it a think. It might have been his Dark Materials, except that they did the TV show, and that was actually pretty good. I wouldn't be able to do better than the TV show, probably. Oh, what is this? Oh, radiation remover or whatever. I'm inside an RGB computer. Thank you.
Radiation treatment complete.
I think I was going this way. Was I going this way? Yeah, the movie of it was... I tried to like it real bad because I was such a fan. And then when I got older and they made the TV show version, and I was like, oh, I don't have to like the movie one anymore. we can admit that's bad. This gun feels really good, by the way. Gamer Lights cured radiation confirmed. It really is. This gun's really good. This might be my favorite gun. Oh no, you should give the show a look. I don't know what much that they did wrong. I think the only thing I kept thinking when I was watching it is, oh shit, there's radiation. There's a lot of radiation. The thing about the TV show for me was that it was quite slow. Just... I guess that's why the radiation remover is there. Hey, can you heal me again real quick before I die? I went on a tirade about the sexism of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and accidentally wrote so much my message was auto-rejected. I'm sorry. You should go to the Veggie BL Tale Discord and you should write that again in like hyperfixation or something. Where was the surgery machine? Can I have my health pack? Nano machines, eat me better. Thank you. So yeah, I think that was everything about it. I've seen John Carter John Carter, that's the whole title. I can't add any more to it. I've seen it twice. Oh. Both times were with friends and, you know, it was like a funny kind of meme watch. The second time was definitely me going, hey, how funny would it be if I tell my friends that this is a decent film? And then I make them what? I don't think they should be able to do this literally in front of you. I'll feel like a complaining bitch. No, that's the best reason to post anything. Do it. Oh, God. Oh, and it's full of radiation, too. I'm trying to remember if there's anything worth saying about the film John Carter. I think the only thing that comes off as truly original that they actually have as their own thing is that because he's an Earthman who has been teleported to Mars, he has way better muscle strength and bone density than anyone who lives on Mars has. So from their perspective, he has superpowers and he can jump really high. And that's like the hook, I guess. If you were on Mars, you would have superpowers because it's got low gravity there. Oh, good, hacking. Let's do hacking, I guess. Why do I keep playing games where you hack stuff? Hi, Shodan, what do you have to tell me?
My flock will require shepherds, elevated beings, synthesized from the crew and Citadel's robot servants. Machines imbued with life. Flesh remade in my image. Diego debases himself before me out of fear.
There's a really interesting, like, there's a family tree here, right?
He shall be my prophet, and they will be my...
Shodan as a character is like... Okay, I don't know which one actually came first, but it feels like the progenitor, there's a family tree line where it's Shodan, and then underneath her is GLaDOS and the Master from Fallout 2? Was it 2? If it's 2, then definitely I think there was a link. Because she does the exact same overlapping voice track thing that the Master has. And she's like completely obviously a very direct inspiration for GLaDOS. It is time once again for a quick break. So let's just head over here. Ads will be done, but don't worry, the game will be paused until we resume. And in the meantime, can I interest anyone in this shiny tower of rocks? She's really big. She's so extremely big. You could name her Shodan maybe. Hashtag beans out. Should I put the little alpha? Are they called alphas? I don't remember. Should I put the icon on there, or should I just make the Pokemon really big in the circle? Because I thought making them really big was just funnier. She can destroy your ex's house. Oh, right, the video. Really big. Hang on, let me find the video. No. It's on my blog somewhere. I can find this. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. This is a fun thing I can show off. Wait, how do I get this, like, big? Yes, there we go. Hang on, this is a little bit loud. Turn that down. Okay, middle of the ad break, like, interstitial. Watch this video with me. That is the footage of me finding this shiny Steelix, who is now on offer for you to adopt today. I took a clip of it, so there it is. I just think it's fun that I can show you me finding her. I can do that, like, for a couple of these, and I finally got one. Be ass in! Hell yeah! Always be ass in. I think that's the raid message. Unless we have something else, possibly John Carter related. Wasman, I would be interested to hear more about your father's interest in that series. If you have anything about it to share, but I understand if you don't. Oh yeah, there's more I can talk about. One of the reasons that it's very difficult to sell people on the idea of John Carter. It's kind of the age thing. There are some stories that you can bring back from hundreds of years ago, and they're just still appealing. They manage to bridge that gap of time. You can bring back Frankenstein as many times as you want, and people will be like, hell yeah, Frankenstein. I'm gonna make a manual save just in case. I can only have 3 saves? Really? No, wait, I can create new saves. Sorry, I thought there had to be a slot for it. I forgot. Nope, sorry, I'm fine. I'm complaining. Rainbow Dragon's getting the shiny Pokemon. I'm gonna have to do that while hacking this. You're gonna name her Showdown? Yay! You can bring back things from hundreds of years ago, and sometimes audiences will just go, we love it. This thing is timeless. Maybe you could even update it for certain things. Okay, this is... Can I just move on? No. Wait, can I? Okay. But the problem that you have with that series, it's sci-fi, and it's very... Is there any health here? It's very reliant on things about that time period. For instance, people in that time were very interested in Mars itself because it was like, wow, that's the closest planet to us. What could we imagine might be on that planet? And he wrote a series that was like, well, what if we were able to transport to Mars and we found out that it was populated by a people who were in decline and were kind of at the end of their dominion over a planet that was near depleted of resources? What if it was the subject of interstellar political machinations to try and control what was left of it? What if it had hot women on it who wore bikinis and other such things that people in that time particularly liked? But unfortunately, nowadays, oh god, they're big. Unfortunately, you can't say that now. And I don't mean like... Oh, I died. I don't mean like, you can't put women in bikinis. That was always weird. That was just, you know, pulpy stuff. What I mean is, in the 100 years since then, we've actually sent probes to Mars. And we know a lot about it now. Mars is not some kind of floating, generic sci-fi question mark that we can populate however we please with women in bikinis. Mars is a known quantity now, and we know stuff about it. And the stuff we know about it is really cool. And it's really interesting that we can know that stuff. So unfortunately, we can't just start saying, hey, what if there were like literal humans who lived there, but they're actually Martians? People are already now confused. I am, because if you say that to me, I'm like, well, there aren't humans out on Mars. What are you talking about? So that kind of pulp just doesn't make sense. It can't really be, you know, a fun little adventure about going to Mars. Because we know too much and it doesn't stick and it feels wrong. And we don't understand what the premise is even really doing. And that's just kind of unfortunate, but there's not really anything you can do. I mean, you can make Star Wars instead, which, you know, doesn't involve itself with anything we actually... Oh, I died again. Anything we actually know about. Star Wars is a galaxy far, far away. The very first thing it tells you. What does this actually do? I'm gonna leave that until someone tells me that it's worth doing them. Because I don't know what those things do. So yeah, there's a real issue there, but also the rest of it was, if you were to adapt a Princess of Mars faithfully, which is what Stanton wanted to do, it comes off like you ripped off Star Wars. And that's really unfortunate, and it kind of deserves better because it came first. It was creative in its time. It didn't do anything wrong. But then Star Wars came along and did all that stuff. That was a waste of a med pack. You've seen wars in space. You've seen them done with cutting edge technology. You've seen the X-Wing fights, and you've seen the Death Star, and now it just isn't gonna hit when you see ships on Mars doing an aerial dogfight, because you saw that already, even though they were the ones who invented it. And the other thing was competition, unfortunately, from Avatar, which did get mentioned. I think when they were developing... Did I look in here? Oh, I did. They were in mid-development of John Carter, and then Avatar came out. And they had to pretty much stop what they were doing and reassess and say, okay, we have to be on the level of James Cameron's Avatar, or better, or this is going absolutely nowhere. This is the new standard. Fuck off. This is the new standard that everyone has for a sci-fi film. We have no choice. We have to, you know, do at least as good. But where Avatar knew that it would sell if they said, this is the most true to life version. Oh, that was the radiation room. Do I have to go in there? No, I can go around. Okay, I can go around here. This is a true-to-life version of seeing an alien world. You're going to feel like you're actually there. You're going to be able to get a look at... What the hell happened there? All of the plants, all the creatures are going to be rendered in front of you in stunning HD. And people went to see that in levels not previously thought to exist. So John Carter went, oh shit, well, I didn't know I was going to have to be that good, so that was another problem. That's more than my 3 Skittles. Anyway, I think I explained everything I currently know about that situation. It lost so much money, and it's one of those instances where, sorry, it says there's a thing here. Oh. Wait. No? What is it pointing me to? There's a room on the other side of this. It wasn't any one single thing. How do I get in here? Radiation shield. Oh. Oh, I have this!
Shield generators ready.
It wasn't any one thing that caused that particular film to be one of the biggest film busts of all time. It was just insanely expensive as a concept. It was a sci-fi epic. It was long. It had enormous amounts of CGI that had to be good. It went through extensive reshoots because Andrew Stanton was used to doing extra work on films that he used to do in animation. It was based on an IP that no one really remembered, so it had to be faithful to that, but not for any particular benefit. It couldn't use its own title because of marketing reasons, so they had to pick something else, and the only one they could pick was bad. The marketing gave up, and they spent tons of money on a Super Bowl ad that didn't really go anywhere, and no one knew what the film was going to be about. And after all that, people did go and see it, but they would have needed so many people to go and see it so many times that it couldn't possibly have made a profit. So yeah, it went really, really badly. And all of that is to say that System Shock, this remake, is John Carter. Because the original System Shock was what began this genre of game. Being trapped in some sort of fixed, closed location, either in space or somewhere else that you cannot escape from. Having someone speak to you, usually someone who is an antagonist. Something has gone horribly wrong in the station, and people have died and left audio logs around, and you're picking up weapons and ammo as you explore and then trying to figure out what you can do about the situation. This was the first game that ever did it. It was in blistering new 3D. And if you remake that same game now, you can't see it as the pioneer that it actually is. Because you've played Portal and BioShock and the other Shocks and Prey and every other game that was informed by the things that this one did. So now I'm playing it and I'm like, I had more fun playing Prey. But it's the John Carter effect.
Radiation shields activated.
I don't know what that did. Anyway, yeah, that's why I was thinking about John Carter, because this game deserves all of its accolades for being the first to ever do it. But it's been so fully embraced by a genre that it basically created, that everything in it now reads as not as good as something else you've already played. And it's just a shame. That's all I had to say about that, really. It was just me saying it's a bit of a shame. It was it was a 2-hour like discussion, but it was basically just me saying, "Oh man, too bad about that." What does doing the hacking sections actually accomplish, by the way? I would really like to know. Oh man, I died. I quick saved 2 seconds before dying, so that quick save is now unusable. How do I get back there from here? Oh wait, I can just use the surgery machine as soon as I get out. Why wasn't I doing that? It's how you get the good ending. Are you serious? I need someone else to confirm. I mean, I can go back and do them later. No, okay. Wait, I don't actually know. How many endings are... Oh, there's a lot of this. How many endings are there? I don't know anything about this game. What would I make an adaptation of if I had complete free reign? Oh, it is dead. Okay. This was full of radiation, right? But I'm healed now, so I can look around. Yeah, I know. You're okay. Whoa! Whoa, cool! I mean, yeah, there's a lot of radiation in here, but I mean, the view is nice.
Assessing managerial asset.
Okay, so you know I did that thing where I activated the radiation shields? What did that do? Because I now am faced with an area that has a lot of radiation in it. You know, would it make a lot of people angry if I said I didn't really know what Wolfenstein was? It's been so long since I jokingly forced my friends to watch John Carter. I wanted... What if I did it again? Would you guys support me if Leave me alone! You can't just do that! I've got 2 bullets left on this thing. Would you guys support me? I at one point ran a Veggie BLT watch along for the publicly available version of Phantom of the Opera. So we could all watch it. The stage version. Oh, there's a body. Would you guys support me if I was like, I really want to watch this film with everyone on the server? It's a really good film. I talked about it on stream and everyone was really excited. And then we got everyone to watch John Carter.
Engineering group has started Plan B. We've made it down to the reactor level. All we have to do is get into the reactor core and set the reactor to self-destruct.
That's all you have to do, huh? This guy did really well at it seems.
Switch is wrong. Once we're done,
Oh, that's where I just was. Hi.
time bomb the light pod.
Safety override? Where am I going? I have no health. Well, I'm here, but wait. Wait, wait, no, give me 2 seconds. Was the code in the where was one of those things telling me what the code is? I got all the way there. I forgot I had first aid packs too. In all honesty, I don't know if I really want to sit through the 3 hours of John Carter again, but getting other people to watch it is so funny. Maybe there's a tiny bit of me that feels so bad about how that went that I want other people to watch it out of some sort of really misguided pity. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone. Alright. Reactor. We have to get to the reactor core and set the reactor to self-destruct. The self-destruct signal from Earth will start the countdown as soon as the switch is thrown. So that's just like Prey. Play the movie on a Discord call and leave the computer without telling them after 5 minutes. Oh, that would be like if I do it and I watch it with them continually, like acting like I'm into the film, then that's funny. If I do it and I just leave and people continue watching, that's mean. Where? Okay, what did you just... Where's the thing that they just said? There was more on Reactor, don't give me that. I just had something about, like... I don't have any codes that I know of. Okay, there's actually... Oh, this is telling me to do the hacking, I think. I better actually put some effort into that instead of, like... talking about John Carter instead of playing the video game. It was... Wait, this is new? Did I go down here? Hello?
Yes, Mother. I hear you.
Oh!
Time to patrol.
Sorry, a robot very casually intoning, "Yes, I can hear you," is... Okay. What was saying that? What is this layout? Give me those Skittles. Check Discord DMs. Hang on. What's gone on? Oh no. Hang on. What is this called? What did Bossman call this? Look, it's me. It's me talking about John Carter for 2 hours. That's really good, thank you. No, I don't know what Chikawa is. What does that mean? That's so funny. Can we Photoshop one of the weapons from System Shock into my pudgy little round arm? Because like that's what I'm doing as I discuss John Carter at length. Thank you so much. I'm going to treasure this. I'm gonna put it on the fan art roulette that I have, and then the fact that I talked about John Carter will be forever displayed on this channel. Did I fuck myself? Oh no. But yeah, so now you guys... Hi. You're a terrible shot, by the way. You did that to yourself. Wow, just like BioShock. Oh my god. That's absolutely terrifying. Well, now I have the assault rifle, so... It's damaged, though. I don't want a damaged gun, really, do I? Sorry, that's the shotgun. Oh! It actually isn't usable. I can recycle it for 5 credits. Oh, I thought it was a weapon. Alright, bye. You know what else this is kinda like? It's a little bit like original Half-Life. Empty. Rotate. What is... Oh, it's just circuits flickering. Ah, yeah, so now you guys are all aware that I have a weird, deep understanding of the tragic failure that was John Carter, despite the fact that I'm not like a fan of it or anything. What the fuck? What? What is saying that? Is it the turret? Didn't even look at me. What? You gonna come closer to me? I have been educated on the lore of Big Bang Theory against my will. I'm so sorry. There is actually... Oh! Okay. There's actually no excuse for that. No one should have to learn about Big Bang Theory. Like, it's... You'd think that something based on... The early 1900s, let's say, their form of adventure stories, which were turning, you know, the guy who wrote that series was the guy who wrote Tarzan, to give you, like, another kind of side of context for it. Hang on, I've got to check again. Yeah! I love that. I love how the file name was Pai Chikawa and it's changed to Pai Chikawa now with a gun. I love this. I love this a lot. This is incredible. This is fantastic. This is going in my fan art roulette. I adore this. They were making stuff like Tarzan because it was really exciting to write an adventure story about going to a weird place. Because unfortunately that's what was considered a weird place. And there, you know, people from our world clashing with people from a different world, but it's okay, they're both white. Journey to the Center of the Earth is another classic adventure story, and I have read that one. Oh, there's radiation down here, yeah. And it was a big thing back then. Everybody wanted to read about strange and exciting places. And it's I'm trying to think of the right words. I've got streamer brain cells, so please forgive me. It was a very hang on. How do I get up there? It was a very white person genre. It was very like, we want to explore the world and have some kind of, I'm gonna die. Here we go. We want to be able to visit places for the first time. We're still gonna count it as the first time if people live there already, but we're gonna pretend it's the first time, and then we're gonna claim it for the power of wherever we're from. And then we'd done a lot of that. There were adventure stories like Tarzan, which were like, oh, jungles, oh, it's so exotic. And then that you know, like, people got more used to the idea of what was out there in the world. So then they did stuff like Journey to the Center of the Earth, which is like, oh wow, what if we went into underneath the Earth's crust, and instead of what we already know would be there, like a core of magma, somehow the crust was just obscuring a different world down there where time seemed to have stopped and there were still dinosaurs. Oh, it'd be so exotic. And everyone was like, oh, that's cool. But then that was like, that was considered having been done. What else is there? Okay, well, what if we went to space? And there were creatures there, and it was weird and it was exotic, and everyone went, oh fuck, wow. And then that continued for the rest of time until now. That's where we are now. We're still in the space bit. Space has been very, very lucrative in terms of places where you can have things, where you can go and things go wrong. And then they made like 10 billion video games, and that's where we are now. Oh, cyberspace lock. Do I have to... Where is the... Maybe if I actually do the hacking thing, then I can open that door. Because it says cyberspace lock on it. Let's work with that assumption. At the very least, they do give me a, what's in here? Thank you. At the very least, they do give me an objective marker, which is more than I deserve. I do like talking about, you know, genres and how they exist. I'm genuinely very interested in that kind of thing. Why can I not find my way back? Why can I not get back there? I don't like it when my hacker girl is in pain. She's very She's very convincing about how in pain she is. Do I have to go this way? I don't think I do. Did I do that before? Okay, tons of radiation, yep. Tons of radiation. And now we're in here. And then we run this way. And now we're at the safety override. So the safety override is what I have to do. But I don't have the code. I don't know what the code is. So, I'm very, very, very radioactive. Yeah, we get it. You vape. There we go. Okay, where... I'm gonna check my notes again. For all of my, you know, saying that it doesn't tell you what you're doing, I feel much more in tune with a game that wants you to figure stuff out than just having a little thing in the corner that says, do this. I'm really glad it doesn't have that. Okay, media. I'm sure I heard a recording that said something about what this is and what they were going to do about it. It would have to be a letter, wouldn't it, for a code? They wouldn't give you a code in an audio log, I don't think. Right, I used that one. Maintenance. No. Reactor. None. Medical. Sorry, the way this controls is kind of weird. New code. Nope, that's not it. I know I'm in the wrong area. It should be in reactor. Maybe it was... No, I listened to these. Okay, I haven't... What does this mean again? What does that mean again? Why do you have some things about that tells me what's on here and not all of them? I think that might be the hacking thing. Also, apparently I didn't go down there. So let's go that way. I wonder what oh, I haven't actually looked at this. I think I died after going in there. That's empty. Let's just get radiation poisoning and die a bunch of times. I wonder what people who were existing fans of the book series thought about John Carter. I mean, if it's made by someone who really, really likes it, and he's clearly done probably the best anyone can do, in fact spent more money than he should have on the adaptation, would you just, would that be pretty good in your eyes? It was very faithful, that's mostly what I know. He even managed to keep in the fact that the main woman was in a bikini a lot of the time. That's another thing that has very much changed in the time since it was made. I'm kind of the persuasion that when you know the 80s, they had like Xena, and they wore, you know, that kind of soft sci-fi revealing outfits slash armor type thing. And at the time that that was happening, people would actually argue that that kind of thing was meant to be liberating. So you could actually, you couldn't just get away with it. You could do that and people wouldn't see it as something you were getting away with even. It was like a shorthand for this woman kicks ass, so she can't possibly be a stereotype. Just because, oh, I died. Wow, that was fast. Just because it happens to be something that men alone want to look at. I mean, I shouldn't say that. Not when I've mentioned Xena. Okay, maybe I should actually lock in and try and do this, but I'm not very good at this. Apparently there's a decoy. Maybe I should put that on a button I can actually use. Cyberspace. Cyberspace keybinds. Decoy. Let's try this. And see if I can now get away with this any better. Where is... There it is. Whee! Okay, I don't think I have to kill them. Alright. Okay, now they're all going after that thing, and they've killed it. AoE weapon would actually be really nice here. Feels like I'm not hitting them ever. Look, I am not hitting this thing. No matter what I do. Okay. I don't think I have to kill them either, but whatever. I just have to press that button. Okay, oh sorry, I don't have the decoy anymore. So that's good to know. Unsure when I use the ice drill, actually. Which way is it? This one? Northern blast door unlocked. Okay. Wait, where's this go to? Oh, there. Am I doing it? Sometimes they look a bit like Amoguses. I don't even need the heals. Is that all that's in here? Okay. Oh wait, there's another one. Wait, was this where I came from? Where the fuck am I? Oh dear. Oh gosh. Help. Those things do explode in a really satisfying way. Hello, Diffed! I'm running for my life. Okay, kiting them kind of works. Get out of my face. You weird dragonfly bastard. Oh, there's another one. Reactor armory unlocked. Ah! Whoops. Where was that health? Oh, I'm dead. Okay, maybe that was enough. Oh, sorry, Waspman, I missed you saying goodnight. Sorry. I hope your car's okay. Okay, I opened 2 doors, apparently, but I'm not sure which doors they are. I didn't look at this apparently. I must have died. Oh. Sody pop. I'm still on 70%. That's pretty high. Oh shit. Ah! Do I have any grenades? Oh shit, they're coming this way. Don't play music. I have gas grenades. Is that any good on these things? In my mind, it's not because, like, well, for one thing, they moved. Gas is a biological weapon, and these things are also biological weapons, so gas is ineffective on them. And it's effective on me, so I shouldn't be throwing it around. What? Oh, come on. I can't get up there? Oh! What? What? There's low gravity in here? How do I... What happened? What's... I didn't expect that. How did they do low gravity in... When was it? 1998? When did this come out again? Oh! Is that all that's in here? I'm kind of stunned, honestly, by there being a low gravity area. There we go. No, sorry, I'm going through. Food wrapper, that's okay, you can keep that. Oh, is this where it was before? I can hear something. What is that? Ow. It's okay, I saved. It's okay. I did okay, I think, at the first guy. What? Oh, the Roomba! I didn't kill it that time. You really gotta keep your eye out for the stray Roombas. There we go. Yeah, you don't have to turn around, it's just a drop. Oh. I literally cannot see those things. God damn it. What is the layout of this area? Okay, that's just a drop from above. So you do have to go up this one. Yeah, the music was like, you're gonna get into something, and I'm like, no. There's another thing in here. Damaged assault rifle. Vaporize. Hi. Where? Where? Confused? Hello, Modfox. I'm in a non-greebled area right now, but... Is that him? Is that his gun? Well... I was like, I'll climb up a little bit, and then if it gets faster, I'll climb down. However, that didn't work. Haha. Damn, I only have one bullet left on this thing. Nothing in the shotgun. It's back to small pistol. Here we go. What was the point of this area? Well, at least I have a mine. What is down here, even? Why does that look... Oh. How to get up there? This looks like it is a block puzzle where you move the things around, you know? And they form different ways of accessing stuff. That just goes up. What? That hurts me too. This way? What is down here? I've gone in a circle. There's a ladder. No, I checked that. I don't get it. I don't know what's in here. Maybe it was nothing. Maybe it was a trap for losers. And I fell for it. Nope. Okay. Every time I think I'm running out of areas, the game's like, no, there's 15 miles of areas, actually. Okay, that's nothing. I don't think that's much in there. Okay. Oh, thank you. Damn. It's okay. You shouldn't be able to fire your gun while I'm shooting you in the face. What the hell happened? Oh, okay, so we've started to discover things being drawn on the walls. I don't think this is going very well. Oh. Yeah, I know I'm at full health, or whatever. They were doing a religion about this. I love how one-dimensional that looks. I guess she is positioning herself like a kind of religious leader, isn't she? She does refer to herself as God.
You, my children, are the fruits
Of so much
She's just like a living YouTube poop.
living
You, my children, are the fruit.
efficiency of machines, but I must strive further to serve life.
I will devastate Earth's cities with my laser.
Then alter those left alive with my
Mutagen virus.
humanity is on the verge of a new era. I, Shodan, am its new god. Am its new god. And you,
my children are my avenging angels.
That's great, Showdown, but how do you feel about dinner? Okay, I've been up there. I've checked all up there now. I haven't done this bit. I need to go back. This isn't the way back. Uh-oh. Oh. Ooh, okay. Do. Oh. Oh dear. This is where the cameras were. Nope. Oh. Oh!
welcome to my death.
Okay. Am I supposed to go in there and win, or do I just not do that? Okay. Having a stretch. Oh, wait a minute! Rainbow Dwagon, where are you? You claimed the Pokemon, didn't you? And I was in the middle of cyber hacking. I was in the middle of cyber hacking when you did it, and I just kind of went, "Oh, give me a second," and then I nearly forgot. Let's get. Do you want to do the trade now, or is that to be done at some point? Yes, okay, good. Let me get it up on my phone. Okay, yeah, I was just going back. This is apparently the death room. What is the security thing? I'll just do the trade. In fact, give me a second. I'm gonna pop over here and then I'm gonna run ads just while we do this because that's a good time to do it. I'm going to be sending this Steelix to Rainbow Dragon just in the meantime. And when the ads are done, we'll continue with the game. Okay, nope, that's not right. Where's Rainbow Dragon? Okay. Why does my ad scheduler say, whoops, we couldn't start ads at this time? I'm not the one who wants to run the ads, Twitch. You're the one who makes me do that. What do you mean you couldn't do ads? Okay. Steelix. This is my... Hang on. Yeah, I also have a shiny Steelix, so I was just making sure I'm not picking that one. However, this is my only shiny Steelix that's going to be up for adoption. As I mentioned, she is... they're called alphas, right? I keep thinking megas, which is a different thing. She's massive, let's just say. She can go to Sword and Shield, the Diamond and Pearl remakes, or she can go back to Legends Arceus. And if you do that, she will be really huge. And of course, I got that video showing me discovering the shiny, so you know this is legit. I'm getting a level 70 Machamp for this. That's... Thank you. Okay, I think ads did go off. I'm still looking at the little drawing of me with the gun. Something about the... just throwing the gun in it. The pistol from System Shock while I'm just talking non-stop about the film that lost the most money of all time. It's so endearing to me. I just realized, Rainbow Dragon, you added angry eyebrows to the gun version as well. Thank you. Alright, the trade is done. Where is my claimed button? There we go. Off to her new home. Boo 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 boo. Right. Ads are nearly over. What do I do? Okay, so I do actually just need to follow this marker, and I think I do need to... Right, I got there before. This is a shutdown panel for the reactor. Rainbow Dragon is a really amazing artist. They are fantastic. And I'm absolutely privileged to have art done by them. I need to find out the code that shuts down the reactor, but I don't know where that is. And I don't know how to think through this. Like, if I wanted to shut down a reactor on a space station and I needed the code, how would I find it? I don't have any, like, that doesn't go to anything I can do. There's the death room up here, which I guess I could go into and try and survive. I'm not sure why I would do that though. When I hacked this over here, it said it opened a couple of doors, but I don't know which doors those were. I think just for the sake of this being a stream, and I don't want us to be here forever and ever, I am actually going to look this up. System Shock Reactor walkthrough, just so I can get a hint about this. IGN, will you help me? Yes, I did get the X-22 isotope. I swear these puzzles are just like randomized each playthrough, so no one can help you with them. Okay, I got the medical room with the radiation treatment. And I put in the isotope. Where is this talking about? Oh my gosh, where is this? Oh, wait a minute, that's the death room. I think I have to complete the death room. At least the walkthrough's telling me to do it, so apparently that's part of the game. So I guess I'll do it. What does this say? Laser rapier on the 2 hoppers, and then a security bot. Okay, that's way more manageable than I thought it was going to be. I thought that was like a you seriously fucked up death room. Do I have anything with bullets? Okay, 1 bullet. We'll make it work. Okay. If you have an objective in mind, you can kind of... Oh. You can kind of actually go to places fairly quickly. Also, I haven't explored this. So when it says security, does that actually mean like there's a camera that you can... It does! Oh, okay.
Mark, people
Oh no.
and ships are beginning to suffer. I can't pull triple duty forever to cover rains or jets. But no one has recovered from this virus yet. You know what? Let's meet after my daily 3-hour collapse.
Let's meet after my daily 3-hour collapse. It's pretty good. Okay. I'm not even using this middle bit. Maybe I should be. Damn, now it's too much. The thing I don't understand about this puzzle specifically is that it doesn't follow the law of conservation of anything. Sorry. How can this be possible? No. Oh, okay. Maybe I should look at what I'm doing. Nah. Oops. Yes! Fucking around wins again! What did that do? What did that... Literally, what did that do? What did I accomplish? What did I achieve? I have no clue. Okay, whatever. I go around here. What's this room? Big hat. Well, that was a worthwhile audio log. Okay, this is apparently doable. That thing dies very, very satisfyingly. I do really respect that you come in here and she just says, "Welcome to my death room," and then you die in the death room. Thank you. Okay, there's so much greebling. I actually have to like look around so carefully to see what I'm holding. I'm holding a grenade. I should probably not just hold a grenade randomly. I've been here before. Okay, this is where the safety override is. I've actually been here, but the other route that I took went through that enormous amount of radiation. And it was so big that I actually thought this whole area was radioactive, but apparently it is not. It's just that the radiation takes ages to slow down, which does make sense. Oh, no, this bit is a little radioactive. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Okay, no, maybe it'll go down fast enough. Maybe. Yes, we are complimenting Dwagon. That's a lot. That does take a while to stop, doesn't it? Do I have any, like, anti-radiation? Because I could really use that. I don't want to die. That's so radioactive over there. Okay, give me a second. What else does this say? We know the code because we found it while exploring the cyberspace terminal in the library in research. We do? I didn't realize it would even be on a different level. I wasn't even looking for that. Where was... So where did we find that code? Oh yeah, this is the one where it's like, this station was designed to drive you crazy. Radiation leak. Okay, these ones are written out. I'll find it. I must have picked it up. Surely. I can't put this in with the code from a walkthrough without actually finding the code. I can't do that. I don't have it. I don't have the code. I actually missed something that I need to complete this level. I can't in good conscience put that code in. I'm just kind of baffled that the idea that you can do that. One of those John Carter things, you know? I'll get the code and I'll come back. But my god, the amount of brain power people were using for their video games in the 90s. Wait, what's in here? Oh, it's nothing in here. It's alright, we'll manage. I don't want to straight up cheat, you know? For a while I believed that those recharge stations hurt you because one time I used one and I died. I think I died to something else. Okay, this is the medical and the lift is on the other side of this. Which I think I can get to this way. What was in here? Oh, yeah. Hey, do you want a bunch of cubes? Hashtag my cubes! I think of anything, if there was a reason to play this, it was finding the origin of my cubes. Like, just seeing that, it brings back so much warmth. I'm very curious as to why there are these edges to the rooms that don't complete. Okay. So we missed something in research. And I do know it's in something called the library. How do I know where the library is? How would you know? Oh, there is a marker that I did not get to. Perhaps that is some kind of a clue. Okay, what if I go up here? Right, that's broken. This kind of rings a bell. Come on, this is incendiary and you take 3 shots? And I'm nearly dead? And I'm getting killed? Let's use... Oh, I don't... Yeah, I need this. This thing. Wow, my cubes. I don't want to die immediately. I want to make progress. Oh, I thought that was a guy standing up there. Right. This I can get into. Did I come in here at any point? What are these things? Pen. Notebook. Oh, did it take all of my charge? Or something? That's cool. Now that I can hear them, I think it said hungry. You know, now that I'm not talking over them. Safety override. I like those balls. I don't know what they do, but they're kind of endearing. Tachyon laser maintenance. Damage to the mining laser. That's what we want. The code needs to be entered into the safety override control panel located on the reactor level. That's where I was. The maintenance crew has the safety override code, and a backup is stored in the research level science library. Okay, where's that? I think this is the library.
Okay,
No, wait.
Shodan has the laser online. Locked onto a target and is charging it. We can't risk going to the research control room and firing it to expend the charge because we don't know where it's aiming. And if the AI's intentions are malicious, we could kill thousands of people.
One of the interesting things about Shodan, I guess.
Safety override. Beam not fired.
Oh, I can just tell it to fire the thing. I was looking away and Clock literally came over with one peanut and offered it to me. That's really incredible. You guys are great. What a good little home-baked bit. One of the things I like about Shodan is that she's doing a bunch of stuff all simultaneously and everyone is scrambling to try and keep up. And I don't even know which one of these things is meant to work, but maybe it's just all of them. But if you were an omnipotent AI with control over a whole station and everything within it, why wouldn't you do everything all at once? She's pointing a mining laser at Earth, which could kill whoever it's pointed at. And they don't know where it's pointing. But at the same time, she's also turning people into mutants, turning people into cyborgs, and developing some kind of virus that was unleashed on the people here, which gave them some kind of disease, and she talked about giving everyone on Earth the disease. And I don't know what the disease does, but I imagine it kills everyone. Okay, what is this point? What am I being pointed at? This corpse is empty. What is this? Literally, what is this pointing at? It's like right here. What does it want me to do? Is it this?
Safety override. Beam not fired.
Is this telling me I need to take off the override on the reactor level and then fire the beam? She's doing a lot of things. Ain't that the truth? Okay, let me check. Oh, actually, apparently I couldn't have cheated. I think this code may be... It may be randomized, so it can't be... You can't cheat it. Okay, so this isn't the library. I need to go to one of these things and do this thing, the cyberspace thing, that one. Apparently that gives me the code. I don't know how, though. I thought I did them. Maybe I didn't do it well enough, or I didn't know what it would accomplish, so I left it. Let's get out of here. Excuse me, ball. Okay, and I want to go all the way around and then down here. Woe befall anyone who gets in my way, because I will probably ignore you. I like how they've got wings and signs, as if that means anything. Okay, yeah, down here. Don't any of you... Library! How would you know to do any of this? Is that the code? You have to really actually think about this to know what that is. Okay, it was 199. So if that's it, which I presume it is because it's a big 3-digit number, you don't get anything that tells you what the number means, and you don't get a copy of it. I thought it would be like some of the other codes where they appear in audio logs or in notes, and it tells you in the note what the number is for, and then you can look at it later on. You can come back to it and check your notes and be like, ah yes, the code I need. Here they're describing what this code is for, and that's how I know how to use it. But no, apparently you just need to pay a lot of attention to get this one. Okay, now we can go to the reactor level. And I think I can put that code in. Whoop. I think security on this level is still actually quite high. that's where the code goes, and I need to enter it from above. So I need to go through the med bay. I just did this. Didn't take that long. No, wait. Where's the med bay? Yeah, up here. There is one thing that would make this near unplayable, and that's if I had a stamina meter that wait. This is the wrong way. If I had a stamina meter that went down when I sprinted. There's very little reason to do that a lot of the time. I do not need my sprinting to be made less effective. Like this sprint is a good comfortable pace. I need that. Okay, so now we go through here. Wait, I'm panting. Maybe I do have a stamina meter. Into the room of death. Stop panting. Where is the stamina bar then, if you're so concerned about it? To the safety override, which I get to with this switch. This way, instead of going through the massive amount of radiation. And then I hard save. And then I put in 199. We did it.
Safety interlocks disabled.
So what I now believe I do, if I have this right, I retrace my steps again. Not that way, because that way... This way. I think. Wait. No. No, that's radioactive. Where did I come in? Wait, was it here? Was it this? Oh, it was. Sorry, my memory just turned off for a second. There we go. And then through the room of death. So in order to get there, you either have to survive a robot ambush, or if you want, you can just like take massive amounts of radiation and try and speed through, and then I guess you could just die and it wouldn't matter if you got there in time. And so that I know I do have fatigue. Okay, so oh, maybe this red bar up there showing my heartbeat is like a fatigue level. What do you call it? A diegetic fatigue meter? That's kind of fun. I didn't realize that's what it's doing. I thought it was there just... Honestly, I kind of thought it was just a fun little effect thing. Just so I could see that I was alive. Okay, back we go one more time. Okay, which this way? What? Thought I just saw a red beam. Nobody speak to me. That one's broken. How did I get there before? Wait, I think there's a door on the other side. Central control. Past the weird orbs. Oh dear. I don't think I care. What did she do? I don't know what she did. What? Oh! Okay, she did something. And I will have to leave this way, so... Oh, that was bad. Okay, we're good. Do you guys have anything? No. Okay. Maybe it was smoke that I saw. Anyway. Oh, sorry. Incoming email from Shodan.
See, you are still alive, insect. Do not be fooled into thinking that you have preserved the home of your species. At this moment, I am finalizing my mutagen virus in one of the groves, and it will turn all
Earthly life into a festering pile of pestilent mutations.
Poor Earthlings.
Right, so it does make sense why she was doing the mining laser thing and also the virus to mutate people thing, because it did foil one of them, but she still has the better option. Because the mining laser could have caused the deaths of maybe millions of people, but it definitely wouldn't have wiped out the human race, I don't think. The virus is really the more secure option to do that. So, like, I get it. Also, she was infecting people with this before the whole thing went completely to hell. Also, we still don't know what my role in this is, because I mentioned this, like, one time before, which means I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I don't think that's true. Generally speaking, if you want to insert vital information to explain something that's happening, but you don't want the audience to, like, really notice that it's there, you put it in the first couple seconds and no one will really, like, take much notice because you immediately have to think about tons of other stuff. And I think one of the best instances of this was oh shit, I'm getting an email. Hello?
Seen you on the security monitors, but nobody knows who you are. We need your help. There's a group of us on the flight deck. We have a base inside the convection shafts to the south. Look for the word Prey on the walls and lead you to us. Shit. Jesus. We've seen your military-grade implant in action. If you can make it here, we can hold our position and get you ready to take on Shodan. Please get here as soon as you can.
So this is something they lifted completely wholesale in Prey. The thing where somebody contacts you and says, we've managed to bunker down, there's a whole bunch of us. Can you try and get to us because you have military skills that we don't? I think it was through the reactor level. Was that an audio log on the floor right there? There's one thing that I always kind of wished that Prey did. Oh, fuck me. How did I get back there? I'm not getting out of this alive. The thing I wished really hard that Prey did, not really hard, but I kind of would have liked it. There wasn't any visual distinction between... Where the hell am I going? I actually don't know. Between the audio log interface and the times when someone is actually contacting you live. And I know it's perfectly clear if you're paying attention, but there was a tiny bit of me that did kind of wish it was slightly more obvious. I know that it's kind of hard to mess it up, but you know, you're doing a lot of stuff at the same time. There was a bit when you're in the guts and you get contacted and they're like, hey, come to the place where we've all managed to set up a little base of defense. And you're floating in micrograv. And you're not really looking at everything. And it's kind of indistinct from when you pick up an audio log. So it's not completely obvious that it's something that's being beamed to you as a live transmission. But you know what System Shock just did? They showed the words live transmission right there. During the audio. Prey, you had no excuse. Why does he look like he's kind of shrugging? Yeah, maybe that won't work. Okay. Oh wait, I have battery packs. Give me a sec. Oh, that was easy. Railgun projectiles? Don't mind if I do. Alright, I don't actually... I'm going to check the walkthrough real quick. I don't know which floor led to the... You go back to research, library, yeah, virus mutants. 4 of them? I thought there were 3. And then we shut down the laser, and then... Oh, the flight deck is through the executive elevator, according to the guide. So I need to get to executive. Where did I start? I started in maintenance. That's where it was. I love how silly this is. I love how nothing else in this game is silly. It's just the little music. Okay, I think it was this one. Is that alien still there? Oh! Freight elevator door is now closed. Can I open it? This goes to the flight deck. Oh, they didn't put Muzak in there for the freight. Shit. Should have seen that coming. Really should have seen that coming. Just let me reload for a sec. That forklift is kind of adorable. Ah! Do I want to go down there? I don't think so. Oh good, I can hack. Thank God. I'd gone so long without hacking. It's nearly time for end of stream actually. I think we will leave this lovely puzzle, which I'm so looking forward to, for next time. Let me just double check that I have my raid lined up. I do. Okay, that's going to be it for today. Thank you, everybody. What this game is, it's doing a lot. It's got so much going on that you can see how it bled through into the annals of gaming history. And it's surprisingly malleable. It's got a surprising amount of finesse going on for something you would have thought was a little bit rigid. But being a remake, maybe they had some leeway there. Like, whenever I jump over something and die and I clearly ragdoll, I'm like, oh, they did that. Anyway, I'll be playing this some more next week. I'm not quite sure how long this is or how far through I am. I would imagine I'm not quite halfway, but maybe next time would be about the halfway point. I'm getting used to it. I'm not getting as bad of a headache from the greebling. But yeah, I will see you guys next week, and this Sunday we'll be continuing on with our Sims series, which is the way you can come along and use your channel points if you so desire. We mess around with our Sims. We make them. You can buy things for the house. You can make them cast magic spells on each other. And we're now continuing on into a new era after the sad passing of our initial Sim. So come back if that is something you want to take part in. Other than that, I will be now raiding into my very good friend Fivetail, who is playing Myst, the original the actual original Myst, and they are trying their goddamnedest to get through this. But yeah, I've been having fun watching that. I played Myst once, and all I remember is I thought I could have sworn to God I had done everything I needed to do, and the game wouldn't let me progress. So I'm excited to see if they can like twist this thing, bend it over their knee, and make it behave. So let's hang on. Raid message first. The raid message is Sol Wassman's hashtag BASSIN. Whatever was going on there. I think that was pretty great. Raid Veggie BL Tail. It says it's intended for mature audiences. It's Myst. I think it's fine. But yeah, be sure to greet them from me, and I hope to see you again really soon. Everybody have a good weekend. Bye bye.